You know, in my opinion, I think Derek Carr is the most disrespected Raiders quarterback of all time. And here's why. It's like I blame John Gruden. The happiest person on that team that should be happy as hell that John Gruden left is Derek Carr. It felt like ever since John Gruden got hired, it felt like Derek Carr was on the hot seat every year because everybody felt like John Gruden probably wanted to bring in his own quarterback. Everybody felt like John Gruden wasn't high on Derek Carr for some strange reason. And I'm like, hold on. Dude, Derek Carr is the greatest quarterback that John Gruden ever coached. So I don't know who made up that rumor on Carr not being a John Gruden guy. Why wouldn't John Gruden be a fan of his? I mean, Derek Carr, he's way better than Jeff Garcia and Brad Johnson and Brian Greasy. Dude, we need to kill this notion of John Gruden being this quarterback guru. What makes him a quarterback expert? This is the same guy that said he would have picked Johnny Manziel as a number one overall pick. This is the same guy that was super high on Marcus Mariota. He knows nothing about quarterbacks. He knows nothing about QBs. Who made him this expert? It's like, what Pro Bowl QB has he sent to the fucking Pro Bowl? Has he ever coached a Pro Bowl QB as a head coach? Not that I know of. It's like he's never had a QB on his roster that threw for 25 touchdowns, 30, 35 touchdowns. So how is he a quarterback guru? In fact, he hinders quarterbacks. He don't make them better. He fucking hinders them. Brad Johnson was nothing more than a game manager. Who else was his QBs? Fucking Chris Sims, Brad Johnson, Rich Gannon, Jeff Garcia, Brian Greasy. A bunch of other guys who weren't great quarterbacks. John Gruden coached all of them. So I'm trying to figure out who made up that rumor that John Gruden was going to eventually get rid of Derek Carr. Like, why? Derek Carr is the most disrespected Raiders QB ever, and here's why. It's like, before Derek Carr got drafted, the Raiders were a team where quarterbacks went there to fucking die. Let's just be real. Quarterbacks went there to die. They had an awful track record of quarterbacks. Awful. Let's talk about Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon only had one good year as a Raiders quarterback. Only one good year. So, calculate since the year 2000, they have had below average quarterback play. If you cross out Rich Gannon's MVP year, they had mediocre quarterback play since then. Before Derek Carr, they signed what? They signed Carson Palmer, Aaron Brooks, Jamarcus Russell, Matt Leinart, Dante Culpepper. They have had bad quarterback play for a lot of years before they drafted Derek Carr. Derek Carr is the savior of that franchise. I think he is the greatest Raiders quarterback of all time. The fact that he's been there for 8 years, shit, he might be the longest tenured Raiders quarterback I've ever known. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't remember Jim Plunkett being there for a long time like Derek Carr. Maybe I'm wrong, but so far he is the greatest Raiders quarterback of all time. He holds all their records. So I think people need to put some respect on his name. The fact that he made the Raiders franchise into a respectable franchise, which is shocking. The Raiders were awful before Derek Carr went there. They were awful. He's been the day one starter for that team. He started his rookie year. He's been a solid, great quarterback since then. And he's never had a number one receiver. He has always had inconsistent wide receiver play. He's never had a number one guy. Yeah, Derek Waller, he's good, but that's because Derek Carr made him good. Derek Carr is freakishly fucking talented. And with Derek Carr, he actually proved me wrong. Coming out of college, I thought he would be a bust based on the fact that he is a Carr. His big brother, David Carr, was trash. So I figured, okay, if Derek Carr learned from David Carr, then why would he be good? So he has proved me wrong since he came out of Fresno. I thought Derek Carr was going to be a bust, but hey, he's been great. He has made the Raiders franchise a respectable franchise, man. And he loves being a fucking Raider, which is shocking. Look, if it wasn't for John Gruden leaving, I think this would have been Derek Carr's last year. And the fact that John left, I think there's a strong chance Derek Carr might retire as a Las Vegas Raider. There's a strong possibility he will retire as a Raider now because John Gruden is gone. Everybody was saying John Gruden was eventually going to bring in his own quarterback. See, that's so disrespectful, man. Derek Carr has been averaging over 25 touchdowns for the past 5, 6, 7 years. He's been over 20 touchdowns every year. He's been playing with fucking scraps. It's like he was close to having AB as his one guy. He was close to having AB as his number one target, but AB fucked that up. So, which made Carr had to struggle. But he still put up good numbers that year. See, Derek Carr is the kind of guy where he turns nothing into something. He doesn't have no number one receivers on his roster, and yet he still puts up good numbers. That's talent. That's God-given talent. Dude, the Raiders were in quarterback hell before he came there. Nobody wanted to be a Raider. No quarterback wanted to be a fucking Raider. Like all these rumors in the offseason that John Gruden probably wanted to trade Carr for Watson or John Gruden probably wanted to bring in Tom Brady. See, dumb shit like that. So disrespectful to fucking Derek Carr. Dude, Derek Carr has led the Raiders to multiple playoff games. So I'm like, it's so disrespectful. He has turned around that franchise into a respectable fucking franchise. Dude, they went from Jamarcus Russell to Derek Carr. Y'all gotta respect this guy. Jamarcus Russell, he set back that franchise for the next 7 years, man. He really set them back until Derek Carr went there. So, dude, there has never been a Raiders quarterback like Derek Carr for the past, maybe 25 years, actually. Because I can't name a quarterback in the 90s from the Raiders that was better than Derek Carr. You know why? Derek Carr keeps breaking all these records. So, who was the QB of the Raiders in the fucking 90s? A bunch of no names. Derek Carr is actually steady. He has been the number one consistent starting quarterback for the Raiders since day one. He's fucking durable. He's reliable. He puts up numbers with shit talent around him. And sometimes Darren Waller don't even show up. And he still puts up numbers, man. He still puts on a great show. He might be the most underrated QB in all of the NFL. Because that offense of the Raiders is not good, but yet he makes them good. Because when Darren Waller gets shut down, which he always does, Derek Carr has to rely on other receivers that we don't even know. Hunter what's his name? Hunter Withrow? Come on, man. He is not a number one receiver. And yet Derek Carr has made him to a serviceable receiver. He is a slot guy being a number one guy now. He is supposed to be a third slot receiver, and now he's Derek Carr's number one guy now. See what I'm saying? That's why we gotta put some respect on Derek Carr's name. He is extremely underrated. He is the Raiders version of Dak Prescott. Yeah, that's a great comparison. He is the Raiders' Dak Prescott. Totally disrespected. He has been their best quarterback since, I don't know, maybe Jim fucking Plunkett. Because Derek Carr, he's way better than fucking Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon was a one-hit wonder. He had that one good year where he had Jay Rice, Charlie Garner, fucking Tim Brown, Jay Rice. He had all that talent around him, right? Only for 1 year, and then the next year he fucking fell off. I'm actually shocked he won the fucking MVP. That's still a mystery to me. But no, he ain't better than Derek Carr. So we gotta stop this disrespect. I'm glad John Gruden is gone. Because now Derek Carr gets to relax now. That team is his. He doesn't have a head coach that's trying to get rid of him. John Gruden was trying to find any excuse in the book to get rid of Derek Carr. Hence why he brought in Marcus Mariota. That's why he fucking brought him in case Carr struggled, he was going to bring in his own guy that he loved since college. Come on, man. John Gruden is an awful, terrible talent evaluator. So guess what? He's gone now, right? The same guy who traded away their star linebacker. That's crazy. Now he's on the Bears now. So what did John Gruden accomplish? You see what I'm saying? So that's proof Derek Carr is the most disrespected QB of all time in what comes to being a fucking Raider. I'm glad John Gruden's gone. Derek Carr gets to relax. And most likely he will retire as a Raider. All right, I'm done.